and they won't make you feel like they're up here and you're down here. And even when I had interview, you can feel this when you have your interviews going here in the UK. It's like also with the doctors, this is one thing I can never actually probably I can never get used to. Like, hey guys, it's Danica and welcome back to my channel. Those who are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Danica. I'm a registered nurse in the Philippines, here in the UK and in the US as well. If you're new here in this channel, I encourage you to click on the subscribe button below and also the bell button beside it so that you will be notified every time that we have an update. Happy 2024 everyone! I hope you guys had a lovely New Year celebration and it's gonna be another year for all of us. For me, the past year was a lot of changes, like moving here, being in a new workplace, and yeah, just lots of things really. And yes, we do hope for a better year ahead of us. For today's video, I was thinking actually what I'm gonna be saying, and I think I wanted to start the year right by making a good content, like a positive content for every nurses out there. So it's gonna be about the best thing I've actually admired working as a nurse here in the UK. So disclaimer, this is just based on my experience, and I've been here in the UK for more than 4 years now, and I've been through different departments as well, and yeah, I think I know NHS better. So yes. Okay, I'm gonna start by saying my experience as a nurse way back in the Philippines. So I know my experience as a nurse in the Philippines isn't great. I've just been there for 2 years, 1 year working in the DOH, and then 1 year of hospital experience in a private primary hospital. But when I was a student, obviously we do a placement, as they call it here. Can't remember now, like a shift or a duty. You're a nurse and then you get your training in a government hospital in the Philippines. And I am saying this not in like a bad way, but in a way that maybe it's just a cultural difference really, I'm not sure. But it's because I wanted to compare my experience from the Philippines and here. That's why I'm gonna say it like in all honesty. So in the Philippines, seniority or like positions or ranks is something that's very respected. Like the gap from, for example, a cleaner to a manager is just huge. Like you see them like unreachable, even doctors sometimes. So yeah, something like that, if you get me. Like for example, in the Philippines, when the doctor has a rounds, you will open the door for them or you will give your pen to them, and just everything really is like you give it to them. You won't let them do like small things and stuff, which I guess is fine because it's just how things are. And even when you have your head nurse or your chief nurse, you wouldn't really see them, and like approaching them can be quite difficult because they're like strict, and like it just feel distant. Like you can't really open up to them, and like you can't probably joke around them, so something like that. And even when I was in DOH, this hierarchy actually, you need to please everyone. So yes, that's how I feel back then as a nurse in the Philippines. I don't know, maybe some of the nurses out there will disagree about how it felt to me, but obviously again, this is just based on my experience. And yes, I'm aware that this is how just things work and can't really do much about it. But anyway, so the point is, what I'm gonna say is, here in the UK you don't feel that much of a distance or a gap with your managers, even with the cleaners, and with everyone really. Yes, let's say for example with my manager, with my previous managers, I'd say they're quite approachable and they won't make you feel like they're up here and you're down here. And even when I had interview, you can feel this when you have your interviews going here in the UK. It's like a friendlier, like what do you call it, friendlier ambience than in the Philippines, which is like they're like all staring at you like stricken, no laughing, no smiling. So yeah. And yeah, with managers, that's one thing I really like, because I believe managers shouldn't freely make you feel like, you know, they're like, you know, looking at you, observing everything. It's good that you can open up to them any concerns. So yeah, I think that's actually a great thing. Also with the doctors, this is one thing I can never actually probably I can never get used to, like not calling them doctor at all here. You know, most of my colleagues, you know, if you're British, you just call them by, for example, their first name, like, you know, Alex or like Mark. You know, there's like no doctor. So like, yeah, I don't think I can ever adapt with this one. I always call them by doctor and then their surname, or even if I don't know them, for example, when I was working in ED, I always call them, oh doctor, do you need anything? And yeah. But most doctors here, I'd say they're quite independent. You can see someone carrying a urine specimen bottle going to the loo to test it, or offering a patient food. So yeah, it's just shocking to me to see that even actually managers or like a band 6 or 7 helping with the patient. And yeah, I think that's actually brilliant. I just love the fact that you work as a team and you are valued. And even with cleaners, actually, you know, you can't just look down on them. It's like they're also part of the team, and you know, even cleaners just go freely and speak up to the manager. That's just how cool it is, really. Whilst in the Philippines, janitors or like cleaners are valued super like of small importance, I'd say. Anyway guys, I hope I actually delivered the message that I wanted to send. I just think that working here in the NHS or the healthcare here in the UK is great, in a sense that everyone is valued just as much as a doctor, a cleaner, or a healthcare or a nurse, and that you work together and you give, you know, equal respect to everyone. I think that is something that I really do admire. I just think it's brilliant because, you know, without a cleaner who would mop the floor and things like that, without a doctor who would prescribe this, without a nurse who would actually administer the drugs. So, you know, it's just really team effort, and yeah, everyone should just be equal. Anyway guys, just sending this positive information or positive experience to all of you out there, and those who are still thinking about working here in the UK. I think that's one of the things that I am most proud about working here as a nurse for the last more than 4 years now. So yes, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you again in my next one. Bye.